Los Angeles, California, a bright and sunny morning. The kind that makes everything good seem possible. The kind of day that somehow gives a renewed meaning to life. That is, to those who are alive. She was pretty, about 22, and 23 was eternally beyond her. Her name was Mary Lawler. The papers began calling her the Dahlia, the Blue Dahlia. The stories that shock a nation, move them, make them laugh, begin here. Like this one. I'm Paul Stewart. Across the continent, 3,000 miles away in New York City, a reporter for the International News Service named Jack Lotto learned much about the mysterious Dahlia. He learned even more about the darker mystery within all of us, called guilt. It's my pleasure to portray reporter Jack Lotto. They're ready. They're rolling. The presses are rolling. On Deadline. Port Authority Bus Terminal, New York City. Port Authority Bus Terminal, 3:20 a.m.
Hey, wake up. You better fix yourself up, Lieutenant.
Where am I?
New York. Where do you want to be?
New York. There's a water fountain?
Over there. Hey!
What?
You want this? You been on the coast?
No. Oh, I don't know. It ain't mine.
Okay, Lieutenant.
I'm no lieutenant. Mary. Mary?
Fort Dix, New Jersey. Time, 4 days later.
Hey, Blasco, are you nuts? I'm sorry, Captain, he just took off.
Get out of here, Corporal, and come in the right way.
Captain, I killed Mary Lawler.
What?
The Blue Dahlia. I killed her.
24 hours later, the Army released the story. The murderer of the Blue Dahlia had been found. The newsmen ate it up. But Jack Lotto of INS was late in getting there. It had been his day off. He couldn't get out to Dick's until 4:30. The press conference broke up at 3 o'clock.
It's been an absolute madhouse. I got an earache from listening to the Pentagon. Confidentially, I'm sure they think it's my fault that the killer of the Blue Dahlia turned out to be a GI. What is it now? Switch the call to PRO. Everybody wants to talk to him.
Could I see Vlasco's confession?
Oh, yeah. It's all here. I haven't got time for a private briefing. You read it. I'm due at the General's house right now. When I get back, I'll answer any questions, okay?
Fair enough. This whole thing is confession?
That's what he dictated. 50 pages long. Enjoy yourself. Excerpt anything you want out of it.
Thanks.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did you know about that blood-stained handkerchief he had?
No?
Blood matched hers. The girl's. RH negative.
Thanks. It was more than a confession, more than the story of a crime. As he read, words sprang to Jack Lotto's mind. Words like bitter, frustrated, self-tortured, lonely.
On January 14th, I met Mary Lawler for the first time. I was on a 3-day pass. It was a joint in the village near 7th Avenue and 3rd Street. I was high, feeling good, like always. Only this time, there was no trouble. Maybe because of Mary. Hello. I'd like to buy you a drink.
On your horse, cowboy.
I mean it. I owe it to you,
Why?
because I like the way you sing. I mean it. You sing nice.
Okay, General. It's either a line or you're tone deaf. But you hit me where I live. My name's Mary Lawler.
I'm General Nuisance. She hit me where I live, too. From the beginning. Dames don't always take to me. Them that do, most times are wild inside. I knew Mary wasn't like that. For the first time in my life, I was straight. A month later, in February, I got a furlough. I found out she had gone to Chicago. I went to Chicago. They told me she'd left. They gave me an address in Los Angeles. Same night, I caught a flight to Los Angeles. I never knew how big LA was. I get mean when I get going. I remember in Paris, June 17th, 1945. I wrecked a place. I get mean, but I can't stop. After a while, I didn't know anything except I had to find her. With every day, I knew that more, and the devil must have heard me, because on the 9th or 10th of February, I found her. I found her.
Hey, listen, honey, it's none of my business, but why don't you save some for the rest of the world?
You're the rest of the world.
Oh, that's a very sweet thing to say, Donnie, but...
Donnie. You keep calling me Donnie. It's Danny. Well, you got some memory. You do remember me, don't you?
Sure I do.
You said you liked me.
Did I?
Say you like me.
I like you. Hey, honey, come on. It's getting late. Let's have another drink.
Mary. Mary, look at me. Mary, I'm no good, not inside. But I could be good. I could change. If you'd help me, I could change. I could change and be good.
You're okay.
I want to show them. It's not too late for me. Ever since I was a kid. Mary, help me, please.
Sure, honey, I understand.
I love you. But I never thought I'd be lucky enough to... I'm nothing, but you could help me to be something. I love you, and I want you to marry me. Well, I know it's from left field, maybe. I'm nothing, I got nothing to offer. But after my hitch is up, maybe I could go back to school.
You're hurting my hand. Look, corporal or lieutenant or whatever you are. I mean, what do you want from me?
Mary.
Why, what's the matter with you? I don't know where you got those crazy ideas. First, I thought you were kidding.
Mary.
You know, if you ask me, cowboy, you have got a sweet nerve. I can't sit around here talking to you all night and listen to your nutty talk. I got expenses just like everybody else. You know, instead of sitting here talking to me, you ought to go out and find yourself a couple of good head shrinkers.
It was like falling. Listening to her talk was like falling. And I was ice cold from her words. I had to stop her, to shut her mouth, her red mouth. I had to stop falling. I had to stop falling. I blacked out. When I came to, I was in a bus depot in New York. There was blood on my coat. I had the handkerchief. All bloody, too. I killed her. I killed Mary Lawler that night in a parking lot. February 9th or 10th, I think.
9th or 10th. 9th or 10th.
Sorry, it took longer than I thought. Did you finish it?
Yep. I'd like to see Blasco.
So would everybody else. Afraid it's up to the CID. So far, they said no.
What do I do, go through the commanding general or what?
I should think after 50 pages of detail, even a newspaper man would have enough.
Well, I have enough for the story. If that is the story.
I don't follow you.
Something he said in his confession. Something that's made me wonder.
What?
If he really did kill Mary Lawler? Well?
I don't know. You were right in what you said about the dates.
That one word clicked with me. Or the 9th or the 10th. That man has a phenomenal memory when it comes to numbers. Look. Here we are. August 6th, 1947. In Newark, 2816 North High Street. That's where he knocked that girl down. The fights he's had. June 14th, 1953, in Winston-Salem. April 14th in London. Always the exact date, the exact place, except one. And here it is. I killed Mary Lawler that night in a parking lot. February 9th or 10th. I think.
Of course, he said he blacked out. He'd been drinking heavily.
Well, he was drinking heavily at the other times, too. Yet he remembers time and place perfectly, except this once.
I know Blasco. He's a bad one. Even if I didn't know his record, I'd say he was capable of beating a girl to death. And just because of one word, you think he didn't kill her after all.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I'm just wondering. Now, Captain, can I see Blasco?
It wouldn't be fair to the other newspapers.
I'm not just after a story, Captain. Blasco, did you kill Mary Lawler?
Yes.
You don't remember killing her?
You think I'd kid about something like that?
Tell me about her.
There's nothing to tell. She was girl.
Well, I heard she was more. I heard she was a common, vulgar little...
That's a lie. She was... What do you want, mister? What do you want? It's all there. I killed her. But get this. I'll take what's coming to me. And I don't want nobody's pity. I'll pay for it. For all of it.
What do you mean for all of it?
Are you gonna write what I say in the papers?
That depends.
I'll tell you something that you should write about. I'll give you something you should expose. Remember this now. When I was a kid in school, there was a little thing they used to do on Valentine's Day. The kids, you know, maybe 11 or 12 years old. Teacher had a box up front, and all the kids were supposed to put in a Valentine to the other kids. She figured that way everybody's got to get one. Fair, you know. Only it didn't work out. There was one kid never got one.
Who, Vlasco?
I'm telling you so parents should know. That was a bad thing to do. In front of everybody. To shame a kid like that.
Vlasco, did you tell Mary Lawler about this?
Yeah, I told her. I told her everything. I wanted it to be right, understand? So I gave it to her straight. About me, I mean. All the fights I was in. The women. You see, I'm no good when I'm high. All the rottenness comes out. I thought I was all talked out after the CID got through with me. Well, I always knew I'd kill someone. I've been scared of it for years. Well, now I can relax. Sounds funny, don't it? I don't have to worry no more. My life isn't mine to worry about no more.
But, Vlasco, you actually don't remember killing her. You don't even remember the date. You're always very accurate about dates.
What are you trying to do? Get out of here and leave me alone. Don't you know? Don't you know what she did to me? Don't you know what she was? Hey, guard, get him out of here. What more do you want? Should I swear on a Bible, maybe? Isn't it enough? I had a handkerchief with her blood on it.
Vlasco, what's your blood type?
RH negative.
That's the same blood type as Mary Lawler's. Maybe that was your blood on your handkerchief. Now you're still so sure?
I don't know. I don't know.
First, Jack Lotto checked with INS New York. He learned that Mary Lawler had been seen with a uniformed man prior to her death. An officer. Dead end.
Sure, that's what's supposed to be done. Every man reporting in from pass or leave is supposed to sign in.
But you can't find it.
There's been a follow-up somewhere along the line. His name's here, but no date.
Are you the regular first sergeant of B Company?
Yes, sir, and I don't remember signing Vlasco in.
Maybe he came in on the 9th.
Nobody asked you, Rossoff.
What about the 9th? That's the day before the murder.
Is it?
Well, why wouldn't you remember if you signed him in on the 9th? Unless you weren't here.
This is an army post, mister. Does the captain know you're still around? Don't be here when I get back.
You were right, sir. He wasn't here. He had a date and he took off. Some headquarters sergeant covered for him.
Well, let's find him.
Okay.
There were 30 barracks in the headquarters area. Day rooms, NCO clubs, and assorted PXs. 0. And then,
That's him.
thanks. I didn't know Vlasco had a friend. Hello, Sergeant.
This is off limits to civilians.
Maybe I'm with intelligence, the CID.
Okay. I'll play.
I'm Jack Lotto, Sergeant. INS.
What can I do for you, Mr. Lotto?
There seems to be a question of a check-in date over in Company B. Were you on duty on the 9th?
No, sir.
I heard you were.
You're misinformed.
I take it you know Dan Vlasco.
So?
Well, did you check him in any time around the 9th?
I did not. You have the wrong man, Mr. Lotto. I'm not in B Company.
Well, we're talking about a man's life.
Are we? Look, Vlasco confessed to the killing of the Blue Dahlia. If he didn't, it'll come out during court-martial without my sticking my neck out.
Vlasco and you are in the same army.
He only looks like he's in the same army. He operates on his own rules, not army rules. His own wise guy rules. That includes wearing first lieutenant bars and officer's uniform.
And you did see him when he came back on leave. What are you using a target for, Sergeant? Why don't you get a picture of Vlasco? Or better yet, Vlasco himself.
Wait. What do you want?
The truth.
Okay, at least 5 of us saw him on the post during the time. I checked him in the 9th, about 5 in the morning. Since the girl was killed the 10th, well,
Let's go to the captain.
I don't know why I'm bothering.
Maybe it's the uniform. Let's go. I came to say goodbye.
I ought to thank you, I guess.
Oh, forget it.
They want me over to the hospital for a while.
Oh, you'll be okay.
For the rest of my life, I'll be waiting for the next time.
Cigarette? The testimony of the soldiers who had seen him on the post completely exonerated Dan Vlasco. Examined by Army psychiatrists, he was subsequently given a medical discharge. The man who thought he had brutally slain once again became part of the faceless millions. Of the Dahlia, the mystery remained unsolved. Her murder remains unsolved today. Half a decade later, we know only that a beautiful woman is dead by hands unknown. You saw it on Deadline.